Guys, I'm going to do my beauty routine, skincare, makeup, and everything like this. But the mirror is dirty and my bed's dirty. So let's come back when everything is squeaky clean for you guys. Okay, the mirror is clean. Everything is ready. I cleaned it to the best of my ability. Cleaned my bed to the best of my ability. Have my Sabrina Carpenter drink in hand. Fuck. This has been getting me through like the entire summer. I swear to God, like I buy this at least once a day. I love it so much. My phone case says Sagittarius on it. It's from Wildflower, in case you were wondering. First things first. First of all, okay, I've been wearing makeup since I was 6 years old. Since I was 6 years old, and everything I learned was from my mom. How to do makeup, how to do skincare, everything, anything on how to like look my best and my most made up perfect self, I learned from a very young age. So let's get started. I already did my skincare. You can copy this routine for everyday makeup. I don't care where you are, your dorm, your house, on vacation, wherever, in a car, you can do this makeup routine. Very simple products every day. You can interchange it from summer, fall, winter, spring, whatever. This is your go-to guide to makeup. And this has been a long time in the making because I tried to do this when I was in high school because what was I doing in high school? I was a makeup artist in high school. Oh yeah, oh throwback, guys. I was a makeup artist for a couple of years and I used to do people's makeup for like their quinceañeras, and I did one girl's quinceañera makeup, I did another girl's wedding makeup, I did stuff for parties a lot and like different events. And then one day I was doing someone's bridal makeup in high school. I was like 16 years old. It was a friend of mine. And I passed out because it was so hot and I was like, maybe I should take a break from this. And then I was like, oop, I never came back to it. I like kind of fell out of love with makeup. And that happens when you, because I was the type of person like throughout my entire life, always makeup, because I was like treated like a doll my entire life. And like my mom would do makeup on me, and anytime she saw a new makeup routine, I would get it plastered on my face and like go to elementary school with a full face of makeup. So my entire life I've been wearing makeup. And then one day I was like, when I reached my like late teens, early 20s, I was like, oh my God, but I love myself without makeup. And when you fall in love with yourself without makeup, girl, the world changes for you. I'm telling you, the world literally fucking changed for me, and I just stopped wearing it. And I stopped doing makeup. I still do makeup on like my friends and like certain family and stuff. If they want me to, I'll do it. But I don't really do it on myself unless I have like a huge event. And you know, I model full-time, so I don't really wear makeup on set. I only wear like a little bit of concealer and that's it. And I let the makeup artists do what they want to my face. So we're gonna see what I'm gonna do to my face today. Okay, first things first on the beauty routine. Put your hair up. Do not have your hair in your face. Please, for the love of God. Put on a headband, put on a hair tie, whatever the fuck you have. Put your hair back so we can see your entire face, because this is your canvas right here. We're going to make it up and you're gonna look pretty and you're gonna look awesome. And this is for beginners. Okay, if you don't know how to do makeup, that's totally fine. I'm gonna show you. Okay, not everyone knows how to do makeup. That's just the reality of it, and that's okay. You're not behind. You're not like lesser than if you don't know how to do makeup. You're exactly where you need to be, and if you want to start, follow this tutorial. So I already did my skincare. This is what I do for skincare in the mornings before I apply my makeup, if I'm going out, going to school, going to work, whatever. So I use Bioma Milky Toner firstly, and I don't wash my face in the morning because Salma Hayek doesn't wash her face in the morning and she looks so good. So I have, as soon as I heard that like years ago, I've never washed my face in the morning since then, and my face is pretty good. I suffer from acne and like acne scars and stuff like that, but my face is like pretty clear for this video, I would say. So I wake up in the morning, Bioma Milky Toner. Then if I'm feeling a little bit, I want to do something a little bit else, I do a serum. I don't do a serum every day in the morning though, because you don't really need to. You already put on the toner. But this is how it goes: toner, serum, eye cream, moisturizer, sunscreen. Okay, then I do a little bit of eye cream. I use, like, all of these products are from either Marshall's or the drugstore. And then I don't do a moisturizer because this Olay sunscreen is SPF 15. It lasts me all day, and it's a moisturizer and sunscreen. So after my eye cream, I just slather this on my entire face, neck, chest, hands, everything. Sunscreen every single day. I've been wearing sunscreen since I've been wearing makeup, so like 6 years old, yeah. And that's why I look like a baby still. I really don't look my age. Comment down below how old you think I am, because people think I'm like 12 or 13, and I'm like, I'm 22. I'm 22. I don't use sprays, I don't use primers, I don't use any of that. I just do really good base. If you're a beginner, you need a really good base makeup. And I call my skincare my base makeup. Not my primers or my sprays. My base is my skincare. And my skin is clean, and it's cleansed, and it's dewy, and it's whatever. I have these bad boys. These under eye bags. But I kind of love them, so I'm not going to cover them for you guys today. We're doing brows. This is going to be completely drugstore, I believe, because I used to work with a lot of high-end, because my mom, she like loved MAC and like Lancome, Chanel Beauty, and all of that. I used that when I was younger, but then as I've gotten older, I realized that I still love my high-end products, especially MAC. MAC has my heart. I love MAC, but these drugstore products are really good and easy for every day. So this is going to be for beginners, everyday, affordable routine. So for brows, I have very skinny brows. I don't know how to fill in my brows, and I'm not going to show you guys how to fill in brows because it's going to be horrible, and I don't do that because I love my skinny little 90s brows. I've always had these brows, and I've always like shaven them down very, very thin. So I used this Wet n Wild Mega Clear Brow and Lash Mascara. This is my holy grail. I love it. And then this Wet n Wild, I get this from either Five Below for like maybe $1, or I get this from the dollar store because they do sell this at certain dollar stores too. And I do my brows first. So I just go and I run it, and I make them very fluffy and really like wild, because I'm not sculpting them yet in place. I'm just making sure that the gel is like on each hair of the eyebrow. We're not gonna get into color correct today because color correct is a little bit advanced, so I'll do that on another beauty routine. This is gonna be just easy every day. So if you're like me and you don't wear foundation, I do not wear foundations, but if I did wear foundation, this is my favorite. It is the CoverGirl Skin Milk with coconut milk and aloe extract. It is amazing. You feel like there's nothing on your face. You feel so light and airy, and everything's so nice. And another drugstore one that I like is the Milani Conceal and Perfect. I really do like this. If I want to do more heavy makeup that'll last me the entire night, then I'll do that. And in the summer, I like to do the Halo Glow e.l.f. If I want a little bit more coverage, but I want to look dewy, but I'm not going to use this today because this is like an everyday makeup routine. So because I have acne scars, I'm going to go in with my LA Girl Pro Conceal. This I get from Five Below. This is my holy grail concealer. I've tried high-end concealers. I've tried dollar store concealers. I've tried every fucking thing, and I always go back to my LA Girl. And I have another fully stocked tube of it because I love it so much. I've gone through about like 10 of these already. I love them. I will keep buying them. Super affordable, super nice. And we're gonna go in on spots. Now, if you have perfect clear skin and you don't need to do this, then just skip this step. But if you're like me and you have acne scars, then go in and conceal. My concealer is on. This step is again for my acne prone girls. We conceal before we do a foundation. So I do this puffer for my concealer. I just like to do this because I have more control of where the concealer goes. So we're gonna go in and do this. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be completely blended into your skin because we are doing foundation. And now we're gonna take our foundation. Get your foundation. I put this on the back of my hand like so, a little bit. Because again, this is for the summer, winter, going to school, Maybe you're going on a little date, maybe you're going with your friends, but this is not a full coverage routine. Okay, girls? This is not full coverage. And I purposely ignore my under eye bags. So like you doing this, put it all over your face. Your eyelids, your under eye bags, put it all over. Your neck, put it. But because of this, I'm not doing it because again, I don't want to cover those things on my face. We're gonna go all the foundation. You see how it's my color? It blends into my skin? Yep. Once you get your true match from the drugstore or Sephora, Ulta, wherever, it'll change your entire life. If you're like my skin complexion, I used 570 medium tan clean fresh CoverGirl, and it's amazing. And we're just gonna do like this. Go ahead and cover your entire face with this. It's like painting on a canvas. Painting your face. If I had foundation on my neck, I'll go down to match, but because this is my true color, I don't have to do that. I want to make sure that there's no streaks, so go really close up into the mirror and make sure there's no streaks, that everything looks blended, and that your skin is even. I have natural makeup because my forehead is a different color than the rest of my face, so my forehead has natural contour, which I used to hate, and I used to like want to like lighten it to be the rest of my skin color of my face, but then I was like, it's natural contour, so let me just leave it. It's like been that my entire life, so let me stop trying to like hate it or hide it. So because this is so light and clean, it didn't cover all of my acne scars, which is fine. So we're just gonna go in again with the concealer. This is for people with acne scars. We're just gonna go over my little scars, and then this time I'm gonna go over my entire face with the puffer, and I'm gonna make sure that I pat it in all and go over your brows, and make sure that you pat in all the foundation and the concealer around your nose, and make sure there is no imperfections, it doesn't look cakey, and it looks good. We go back in with the brow gel, and I go up like that, and it's already coated in all of that brow gel, so I just sculpt it to how I like. They don't have to be twins, they just have to be sisters. Okay, I do that. See, like this brow is a little bit thicker than this brow, but that's okay. I don't mind it. Contour. This is a big debate. Contour or bronzer? Okay, I never really knew the difference. I just like slather stuff on my face, but I learned the difference now between contour and bronzer. This is a contour because it's light. It's a light, neutral, kind of cool shade that'll give your face dimension. So this is a contour. This is a bronzer because it's bronze, it's a little bit darker than the contour shade, and it's gonna like really just make your face come alive. So that's the difference. And Wild contour sticks. These were my holy grail in elementary school and middle school. I used these religiously. These are amazing, and they were less than $5. So we're gonna contour. I'm not doing my forehead because again I have a natural contour there. So since this is contour, you're not gonna bring this where you would do your bronzer. So this is my cheek, this is my jaw, and we're gonna go for bronzer. I put it like right here on my cheekbone, but for contour, you see where this little thing is right here, this little indentation, we're gonna put it there like so, and this little indent, we're gonna put it there like so. And find your little indent on your face. I really love these. I love the formula, but it is cheap packaging, so it does like break and crack. Like this one has already like cracked, but I love it. It's amazing. I do this with my hands. I don't do this with a brush because I find like my hands have more control, and I go in and I just smear it ever so lightly, and we could always clean it up with concealer. And I just do the contour like that. And I kind of pull my face a little bit. And I take all the excess and I bring it down here to my jaw. So like any excess that I have on my hand, I bring it down. And then I take my 2 fingers and I pat. You don't want to completely pat it in because, again, this is contour, so it has to be seen. Well, let me use a brush. Let me use a contour brush. So I'm just going to pat it in with the contour brush that I have. Look at that. You see that contour? And then, like, you see my face? How it looks slimmer? And voila, we contoured. Bronze with this. And this shade for contour, I use Oaks on You 804A. This one for bronzer, I use Where's Walnut 806. This is a darker shade for the bronzer. So where you put the contour on that little indentation on your cheek, you're going to put the bronzer above that to lift the face. So we're going to do swipe like that. Swipe like so. And I put a little bit on my nose to make me look like I just went to the beach or something like that. And now we're going to blend that. I would do it with my finger, but this is for beginners, so let me just do it with my contour brush. And we're gonna go up. You see, we're gonna go up and lift the face. We're gonna go up and lift the face. And you see how that just lifted my, well, I'm pulling my hair, but you see how it just like lifted up my entire face? For this, I'm gonna do it with my hand. And this is how I do my little nose contour. And it looks kind of crazy, but we're gonna add concealer. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of concealer where I put the contour just to kind of help blend everything. If you don't wanna contour your nose, that's fine. Just put a little brown where I showed you and just blend it on your nose and you'll look like sun-kissed. Oh, this is looking nice. Okay, we did that. Contour and bronzer is done. Yes, ladies. If you want to use powder, you can. I don't really use powder in the summer because, I don't know, I find like I'm going to sweat anyway. But if you don't want to sweat, I say just this powder. This powder from Physicians Formula is amazing. So I go in with my little concealer and I do powder on my T-zone. So a little bit on my forehead, a little bit on my cheeks, on my chin, and it makes me just look matte. Like, you see how matte I look? And like less dewy and like highlighted. And I do a little bit on the sides of my nose to give that nose contour a little zhuzh or whatever. So now we have this. And if you fucked up on that, that's fine. It's totally okay. If you fucked up and you brought it a little bit lower, use your concealer to clean it up like that. Like so. Use your concealer like that to clean it up. And then go in and just clean it so it can look more sharper. Now, if you don't have access to any creamy concealers or contours or whatever, I mean bronzers or contours, you can use powder. So if I wanted a little bit more, I would go in with this color, which is my favorite, and I'll take an angled brush. This is from Wet n Wild. Inexpensive. I think I paid $1 for this. And I'll go in and I'll sweep. Like so. Like a sweeping motion. Natural contour on your forehead. Then you would take your bronzer shade and you would do this. These motions. Okay? Like so. And voila. Your face is contoured in bronze and you look snatched. Yes, yes. Okay, next up. My base is finished. Do I need to blush? Okay, the blush. This is from the dollar store. This blush. Everything's affordable here. But my favorite blush at the moment are these Fee products. I love these. It's pronounced Fee. It's F-W-E-E. I have this shade in B. It's really nice. And then I have this Fee product in Cherry Poe. It's so nice for blush. Oh my god. I'm really into the like bronzer. So like the bronzer type blush shades, and this is like perfect for me and my skin complexion. I just love it. And then I really like cherry reds, and this is just the perfect dark cherry red for me. You have to find a blush that goes with your skin tone, okay ladies? You need to find a really good blush, because if I go right now and I put on like an orange blush, or I put like a coral, or I put on like a really bright reddy blush, or I put on a really hot pink blush, I will look crazy. Like, I will not look good. So years of like trying out certain things. You need to experiment with makeup because you're not going to get it right on all the first try. That's why I always say, like, if you're a beginner, start with dollar store makeup, start with drugstore makeup, start with really cheap makeup, and find your shades. Find what works for you. Find what looks good on you. Ask your friends, hey, does this look good on me? And if they're your real friends, they're gonna tell you, girl, you look crazy, or girl, you look good. Okay? Voila. Blush brush. These are my blush brushes. I'm not gonna use this for this though, because this is very pigmented, even though it was $1. People are gonna tell you different things. This is where you put your blush. This is where you put your contour. This is where you put your bronzer. It is not a universal placement because we have different facial structures than each other. So me, I have a long face. So because I have long features, I try to make my face go up and not down. So I bring things all the way up. Like my contour and bronzer is up. My blush will be up. If you have like a cute little round face, then I would say put your blush like on the apples of your cheeks. I am not going to do that because I have a long face. So we're gonna put it up here. So I just take my powder puff. This is universal. I love these things because I use it all over my face. And I go 2 little things and I go with my blush. And I put it up in these motions. Oh, that looks so pretty. Oh, that looks so nice. Again, this is very, and I put a little bit on my nose too. This is very, very pigmented, so I just do a little bit. Again, we do not have the same facial structure as people you see on the internet, as your family. We all have different facial structures, so you have to play around. You have to see if you want your face to be lifted or if you want it a little bit more lower. It all depends on your facial structure. Okay, so don't think, oh, I'm following this makeup tutorial, I have to look like me. You don't have to look like me. You have to look like you. And if you like how you look, then it was done perfectly. You do not have to look like people on the internet. Okay? You have to look like yourself, and you are beautiful. Okay? Words of wisdom for me. I'm gonna go in, and by now, these brows are like in place. They're not moving. They're like really crunchy, and they feel like they're not going anywhere. So I did my base. Now we're gonna do a little bit. Look how easy and simple this base is, and look how good I look. Now we're gonna do eyeshadow. Because this is a beginner tutorial, I would say any shade you used for bronzer, I'll put on my eyelids. So because I use this shade, I'm gonna put it on my entire eyelid. And this is perfect for anybody. It has to be your bronzer shade though. On your eyelid, and then just go in with your finger and put it all over your eyelid. Now we can leave it like this. I personally don't do mascara on myself anymore, but if you want, use mascara. Now I'm gonna go in, since I just did that bronzer shade and I look more alive, since it's summer, I'm gonna put a little bit of a shimmer on my lids just to make it look like I did more than I actually did. But again, this is everyday makeup, so if you don't want to do that, you can just put the bronzer shade on your eyelid and then do your mascara or eyeliner or whatever you want to do. But right now I'm gonna do this shimmery brown shade with my finger on my eyelid, like so. Makeup is not hard. Don't let anybody tell you that you cannot do it. You can do it. Very easy, very simple. I did this entire look, and if I wasn't recording, it would probably take like 5 minutes. Because when you get good at it, you're like, oh my god, like this is so simple. Just did that shimmer. If you want to take it up a notch, you can put different browns like in your creases. I'm not gonna do that because this is simple makeup. So everything is done. Now we are going to do our lips. One thing that I cannot live without is lip liner and lipstick. I love it. I love it. I love it. You have to find your perfect everyday lip routine. So I'm going to line my lips with this brandy wine, and it's kind of like a brownie red. So we're just gonna line our lips. Oh, for anyone who thinks I have lip filler, I do not have lip filler. I am too poor for that. I just overline the shit out of my lips. So this is my lips, right? And you're gonna see that they get 10 times bigger. Just wait. I need full concentration. Make sure you put like chapstick so your lips aren't all crusty. This is my favorite brown. It's in Tempt and it's from Morphe. My perfect brown shade in the middle and fill in that lip liner. So this is our everyday makeup. You can wear this look year round. It's very simple. If you master this, then it'll take you 5 minutes, okay? Get your hair down, fix it, get your outfit on, and you are out the goddamn door. And you're gonna look amazing. You're gonna look stunning. This was very simple. If you follow it the way that I did it, then you're not going to look as made up. You're going to look very natural and very simple. But if you did conceal your eyes and put contour on your forehead and do things like mascara and eyeliner that I didn't do, then you are going to look a little bit more made up. So whatever floats your boat, whatever you want to do.